Your safety is important because when people are coming from the West and you coming with money and stuff like that, and they're watching TV, they're watching all these TV shows and they seeing that, hey, a lot of African Americans, they're doing it good out there. You know what I'm saying? They can take care of the whole village. So you're coming out there with that type of thing, that type of look. What can I do? How can I get this guy? Don't be a cash crop. Make sure you're safe, or unless your home is very, very, very secure. If your home is secure, that people can't get in, break in too much, have your bars inside your windows, not from the outside. Let them build it from the inside, and then you can get a security thing too.
Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, I have a question for you. What is it about the Gambia that is attracting so many people? More specifically, African Americans. Why are so many African Americans and diasporans in general attracted to the Gambia? Now, this is not meant to be a cynical question. It's not supposed to be a condescending question either. The Gambia is a very beautiful country. It's a small country, but it's very beautiful. The problem I'm having is that whilst it is English speaking, there are other English speaking African nations which can easily be moved to as well, and some of them even have more preferential laws when it comes to giving you citizenship. Whilst the country is beautiful, well, so is Senegal. Dakar, just very close by to the Gambia. Most African countries are beautiful, naturally beautiful. So what is it about the Gambia which is attracting so many people? Now, why am I asking you this question for? It's a question which has been asked quite a lot over the last few years, and normally we say the words, oh yeah, it's because it's beautiful and the people are nice. It's West Africa. There are lots of nations in West Africa where it's beautiful and the people are nice. What is it about the Gambia? I ask you again. What is it about the Gambia that is attracting so many of the diasporans? Now, I'm asking this question because of the spate of robberies that we have been having in the Gambia, mostly perpetuated on African Americans, mostly. So we have a situation where diasporans are specifically being targeted. Why are they being targeted, you may ask? If you ask the question, well, it's a pretty silly question, isn't it? The reasons why they're being targeted should be pretty blatant to you. I'm going to get into this right now. I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon, link in the description. And I want to speak about what is it people are willing to fight for. They are willing to bear arms and want to bear arms in order to protect their rights in the Gambia, as opposed to going elsewhere, South Africa or maybe, or Botswana or even Ghana, close by. I watched a video not long ago, and it had the happy companion on that video, and this is what he had to say. If you're a military veteran and or former law enforcement officer from the African diaspora, living or planning to move to Africa, please contact me at happycompanionbooks@gmail.com. I have the same career experiences, but we need to come together as one for the safety of our repat and local communities here in Africa. The reason is that there have been a few robberies, attempts and break-ins against members of the repat community, including myself. I'm seeking advice and how we can legally protect our communities against these terrible acts. Our people want to return home, but these types of incidents is striking fear into our returnees. We need to provide our own oversight and awareness to these problems. Local African brothers and sisters are welcome to email me too. Please be sure to watch my latest video regarding this. Now, he was there speaking to other people in the armed forces, in the police force, ex-police force, retired police force, retired servicemen from the Navy, from the Air Force, those African diasporans who are in those services, to come together and bring some form of private enforcement in the Gambia where they can protect themselves from these robberies. I can understand what he's trying to do in one way, you know. Clearly, something needs to be done, because if these diasporans are being targeted, then something needs to happen. Clearly, something needs to change. Another question is who's targeting them? Who's targeting the diasporans? It's clearly something that is being done that is organized. You also need to ask yourself, is it the natives that are doing this? Is it the natives that are responsible for organizing these robberies against these normally YouTuber diasporans? The Happy Companion said that he was also a target. He doesn't go into very much detail about it. He was targeted too. His house was targeted. And then I sat back and I asked myself the same question that I asked at the beginning of this video. Why are they going there? Why do you put yourself in a situation where you are, and listen, if you're an African American, it is likely that you're in the top 30 percentile on this planet, okay? You are some of the richest people on this planet. And this is hard for us to think this way, because to us, a lot of us are not, we don't feel rich, okay? Especially around our European counterparts. We don't feel rich, but you are. You are rich. Monetarily and spiritually, but I'm talking monetarily here. You're rich. You're moving to a country which is one of the poorest countries in the world. Just what were you expecting? What were you expecting? Were you expecting people to just be like, oh yeah, no problem, okay? No, of course not. When you have people who are desperate, and the vast majority, I'm going to say 99% of Gambians would never do something like this. But you need to remember that there is 1%. There are some criminals over in the Gambia. They happen to be Gambian. They happen to be poor. And there you are. You've moved to the country and you've baited yourself by making YouTube videos. It's almost as if people have a catalogue of people who have moved to the Gambia. The country's small, you're easy to find, they know when you've left the country, they perhaps even know who's taking care of your house, if you have someone taking care of your house, when they are going to be at their most vulnerable. So, it's a crap situation, but it's something you have to deal with. And the way I would deal with it is simple. And a lot of people are not going to like this, but I just wouldn't move to the Gambia. That's the situation that you are moving into when you move to the Gambia. You're moving to a place where you're going to have people who are going to want the things that you have. And they aren't going to feel compelled to not take it because they know that you can easily replace it. So they're not going to feel bad about it. They're just going to do it anyway. End of story. This is the situation you're in, and that you're having that you must think about before going there. If you're in a situation where you feel like you're going to need the security services of the Happy Companion, who is busy now putting together a group of thugs, former police officers, give me a break, to come over to the Gambia, perhaps even legislate to have firearms. I'm telling you, it's not a good thing. You want that? You want firearms? You want thug police officers patrolling your neighborhoods? This is not America. Stay in America if that's the case. The Gambians don't want it. They don't want it. They never asked for anybody to come. And now you're putting that on them. There are plenty of other countries throughout West Africa. There are plenty of other countries throughout Africa who are going to be more accepting, who are going to welcome you more, where it's going to be safer. Go to a country where you're going to be poor. I know that sounds really crap, but really, go live in Luanda. Go in Angola. I know the country Angola is poor, but go live in Luanda. It's one of the most expensive cities to live in the world. Okay, go live there. No one's going to rob your stuff. They have everything you got. Live there. Live in, you know, Cape Town, Durban. Live in Durban. You'd love Durban. Plenty of rich Africans there. You're not even going to be spotted. No one's going to look at you twice. So many other countries that you can move to. If you are afraid of what might come of your materialistic possessions when you get over there, move to a place where people have your materialistic possessions and have no need or will to rob them. The last thing you want, and I'm speaking mostly to the Gambians here, the last thing you want is a group of African Americans, mostly, because they're going to be mostly African Americans, coming in there and doing their best to legislate for firearms and to bear arms and all this other Yankee garbage. You don't want any of that. We can see this also in what happened over in Tanzania with the African American men who tried to smuggle these arms into Tanzania, which was disgusting. We don't need any more violence in Africa, do we? You have a right to bear arms in your home country if you're African American. We don't do that in the UK, but you do in the United States of America. And it's probably because it's more needed in the United States of America because more people have the right to bear arms. I want to end this in a positive way, okay? And the positive way is this. You are African American. You have the world at your feet, okay? You can go anywhere, you could do anything, all right? Even if you feel like you are disenfranchised, if you feel like you are poor in the United States of America, trust me, you are in the top percentile when it comes to the richest people on earth. On earth, you can move anywhere, you can do things with that American passport that the vast majority of this world cannot do. Use your head. And use the things that you have been gifted, that you have been benefiting from for most of your life, but perhaps unknowingly. Use that to your advantage. Come to Africa. People need you. People need you to help building and help infrastructure and the Western education that you got. Yeah, they need it. Yeah, they need it. They need your unselfish service as and when you can give it. But if you're coming over there thinking like, okay, then we want to bring in what we feel like as Americans Africa is going to need because we need this as African Americans in Africa. If you feel like that's going to make the situation better, my brothers and sisters, please, I'm telling you this now, it is only going to make the situation worse. It's going to make life so much more dangerous for those African Americans who are living good, fruitful, peaceful lives in the Gambia. So please think before you go to the Gambia. Please think. There are other places where you can go where you will feel more welcome. You don't have to go there. A lot of people are saying it's because you are poor. Yes. You may be poor in the West. A lot of you may be poor in the West in comparison to your European counterparts. Yeah? But in general, you're not. You're not. You are powerful. And you have the edge on the Europeans, by the way. You have that edge. You have something that they don't have. You have this melanin. You have this God-given history, right? Where you have been emperors and kings and I don't know, you've ruled the world at one point yourself. Use it. You can do it. So guys, that's all I've got time for today. I'm sorry, I just had that rant. I don't know. I felt annoyed a bit. I just had to get that off my chest. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Do you feel like African Americans need that protection in the Gambia? Do you feel like they have a God-given right to go wherever they want to go and start up their own little squad of law enforcers? Do you feel like they need this? Let me know in the comments section below. It would be really good to hear your opinion on the matter. So guys, that's all I've got time for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I would like to give an extra special thank you to my patrons, and I will see you in the next one. Until the next time, please think twice. To our bit.